What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, your Jackalope, Rob Ricks. It's that time. Yes, it is! Holy shit, we're at the end of fucking September. September 26th. How the fuck did that happen? How did we already get to the end of September? We are 9 months into this 2020 bullshit. And just when you think things start to kind of wind down, you know, oh hey, we got Christmas and shit coming, why don't we tone this shit down? Nah, it looks like they're gonna ratchet this shit up even fucking further. It's fucking stupid. What's up, Yak? What's up, Kenneth? Hiya. What's up, Robert Leonhardt? Simicon, motherfucker, what's up? And the Vixen. So, yes, people, what is the fucking word? And we have the Bronx in the motherfucking house. What's up? I need to hit this shit, guys. I'm fucking tired of shit. Ah, delicious. All right, let's go into the close-up. Boom! Hello. All right, so here's a funny thing. A few weeks back, the wife and myself were downtown Salt Lake City. This is Utah. And they had a whiskey spot that, oh, you know what? I might even have pictures while I'm talking. I'll get the pictures. Have some whiskey. It was a whiskey spot. It was amazing. They had food with like Jameson, pancakes with Jameson syrup, and you know, you just name it. Everything whiskey. And I might have even showed you guys. I don't know. I might have showed you guys this. I don't know. But anyway, we were down there, and the wife decides, hey, let's go wander around and take a look-see. Let's see what's what. And I'm like, all right, fuck, I don't care, you know. That sounds fine to me. So we go downtown. We find this bookshop, and it's really like it was just filled to the brim. It was earlier this month, so it was September 6th. That was the time. It was filled to the brim with all these books. So here's the whiskey spot. So you could see, oh my lord, this is just one area. Like it literally just, like, this is like photograph 1 of 3, and it just was like this full panorama of like whiskeys from fucking everywhere. And this is in Utah. You could do day drinking in Utah. It was great. So we go to this bookstore. And it's one of these types of bookstores that just had shit everywhere. Just piled up. Very, very loose rhyme or reason to anything. I was trying to find some Roger Zelazny sci-fi fantasy stuff. And I couldn't find nothing there. They had like a whole fucking wall of Stephen King and some other shit that I wasn't really interested in. But that's beside the point. So they had these Harper journals, whatever. And she bought them. She bought 2. One from 1943 and one from 1954, I want to say. And she just got them just because she thought they were kind of quaint and kind of cool and just some historical magazines and shit. Oh yeah, whiskey, baby. Yes, Jay. Whiskey. Whiskey. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. Let me just get in close. I'll get in fucking close for you motherfuckers, so you guys can see this shit. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Let me get like this and zoom it. Yeah, there we go. This is, I mean, holy shit. I was like, yeah, the top shelf stuff. Oh my god, they had whiskeys like, you know, a little shot of whiskey, that ranged from, you know, a couple of bucks to a couple $100, depending on the whiskey you wanted to fuck with. Because they had some really rare exclusive shit that I was like, what the literal fuck are we talking about here? And then Jameson, they had makers variants, like some of the high up motherfuckers in Jameson, some of their shit that they made, and it was fucking amazing. It was amazing sauce. Anyway, I digress. So they got a ladder. They got a ladder that slides across. It's pretty crazy. Like they do not fuck around there. So anyway, so fast forward to last week. Wife's got these 2 magazines that she bought 1943, 1954, sitting in the bathroom. I rushed in to take a shit, did not have my phone with me, my normal reading material, whatever. So I grabbed said magazine, 43. Just randomly open the shit up. Start reading one of the stories that was from the trenches of a soldier, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's referring to the Japanese as Japs. I mean, this is in the height of World War II. So I was kind of like, okay, whatever. I didn't give a shit. I just like, I get upset when motherfuckers say Japs. I'm like, whatever. As far as derogatory statements go to Japanese, got away fairly unscathed, I think. Calling them Nips and Japs. Anyway. So I'm sitting there reading this shit, and it strikes me just how good the writing is. And I just kind of jump around just different fucking areas, and I'm like, wow. The vocabulary, the structuring, the descriptive nature of the writing, I was like, wow. What the fuck? Really good. And then it kind of reminded me, I'm sitting there the other, like maybe a week ago, I was talking with Joshua Swanigan, and we were kind of bemoaning the fact that a lot of people don't read. I mean, they read what they have to read in order to read shit online, but they don't read because there's so many different avenues of entertainment, whether it be video games, whether it be video games, internet, whatever. You know, there's just all these different forms of entertainment, movies, radio, music, you just name it. There's just like fucking entertainment just coming at you like crazy bukkake scenes, you know, it's like fucking ridiculous. And so I was like, all right, I get that. But as a writer, it really, really sucks that readership is where it's at right now. And it's even worse for Homeboy because he's got an online magazine called Knife and Gear Society, where he covers all the stuff that we're completely into. And so I told him last week, and last week, you guys might remember that I came onto the show pretty frazzled. I wasn't prepared in any way, shape, or I forgot the rest of that description. Shaper, stone, whatever. Fuck it. I wasn't ready for the fucking show. I was frazzled like a motherfucker. So I didn't get a chance to properly introduce y'all to Knife and Gear Society. I kind of talked about one of the articles that was there or whatnot, but I didn't get to really give you guys a chance. So if you go to Knife, I think what we'll do is, just because I respect the shit out of him, and I want his shit to check it out. Blam. Here it is, Knife and Gear. Now, it might look funny on my display because I got a big giant display, so the formatting gets a little funny. So if I made this guy teeny tiny like this, or it might be just that it's really optimized well for like cell phones and shit. It's still got gaps. Could be that browser I'm using. I'm using the Brave browser, which is one that keeps away all of the unwanted bullshit. But in any event, if you are a knife head, gear head, knife skills, gear skills, self-defense, on the edge, etc., there's like a lot of content in here. All right, so combat combatives. This is one day ago. Let's go down here and take a peek. So, here we go. Little article talking about, oh, look at this, win a new Spyderco. Actually, I don't really like Spydercos, but this blade right here is pretty sexy. Like, I actually kind of dig that. I don't know if I like the handle scales very much, but I definitely am digging this blade profile. I do like that. But in any event, here's a full-up review talking about stuff, photos, giving you a good skinny on everything, talking about, damn, this is hardcore. Look at that. They just shanked the motherfucker in the leg. No, they didn't. His pork man was no match for the Spyderco Canis. So you can see they go pretty hardcore. They go into it and everything, and they actually break down the specs of the blade, and they even have a giveaway going along with it. So in any event, do a motherfucker a solid. Go check out knife-gear.com. I'm not making any money or anything else on this. I just respect him. I like him. So check it out. Let's go look at the comments before it gets a little out of control and I can't catch up. So Garen's all, what's up? Howdy from Northeast Florida. What's up? Let's see. Yeah, he's buffering because his connectivity is kind of shit with his cell phone. Paula's in. What's up? Let's see. Jay says, that's a man cave of my dreams. Yeah, with all that fucking whiskey. That's fucking awesome. Let's see. Boys. Yes, so we're going to talk about the boys in a second. Let's see. Used to read the shit out of shampoo bottles sitting on the toilet in the days before smartphone. I'm not, dude. I've done that actually. Not necessarily shampoos, but some of the wife's, whatever, could be hair things or whatever. And I'm looking at the ingredients and reading the marketing on it. That's fucking funny, dude. Let's see. Let's talk survival. The elite don't want their slaves reading. People that can't or don't read are easy to control. You know what? I don't disagree with that. I actually agree with that very, very much, because an illiterate, dumbed down society is infinitely easier to control. So yes, you're correct in that regards. That's fucking funny though. So okay, good. So we're caught up. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the boys. So I love The Boys. Season 1 was outstanding, and everybody is ranting and raving about how good Season 2 is. And I want to watch it, but I refuse to fucking watch it until all episodes are available. I just, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, Amazon. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait until they're all out, and then I can sit and binge like I fucking want to. So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, I heard it's really fucking good. Now, some bad news. Well, before we get to the bad news. Now, one show I am watching on Amazon that me and the wife are binging, like probably 3 or 4 episodes when we get a chance to, is a show called Fortitude. Okay? Now, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into when we came across this. This was one of those fucking things. We're sitting there and I'm flipping through all these different fucking possible shows for us to check out, and this one comes on, and it's sitting there, and the wife's like, what's it about? I'm like, I have no fucking clue. It looks interesting. Let's fucking watch one episode. What's the worst that could fucking happen, right? Oh my god. This fucking show had us guessing. And had us several times doing this. What the fuck? Like, literally. We're like, what the fuck? It has characters that you'll love, characters that you start out loving that you absolutely fucking hate, and characters that you hate that you absolutely will love, and then characters that you just go, what the fuck is this? And it's a fucking deep ass show. Like, it's weird enough as you're watching it that you can get real, like, cerebral with it. You can get really, really fucking brainy with it. What the fuck is that? That better not be broken up there. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted at a scroll moment. Looks like one of my wood shelves up there looks like a big ass crack in it. It might be just a wood grain. So, I'm sitting there watching this fucking show with the wife, and we're just like, what? So we get through season 1, and it ends. And season 1, we're just like, I can't believe they killed such and such. Like, we're just like, we're just like, what the fuck? And so then we jump into season 2. And we're like 3 episodes till we're done with season 2. And we're just like, wow, this is what the fuck? Like, we thought season 1 was batshit crazy. Season 2 was like the half brother that said, oh, you think that's crazy? Shit, hold my beer, watch this. And it just went fucking, it's fucking bananas. And again, they go there on certain things, and I'm just like, and it's fun because you see certain actors, like when they have Dennis Quaid in it. I think that's his name, Dennis Quaid. And so I'm watching him, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. And you come across like a lot of these guys in these shows that you're like, oh shit, I know this dude from this show. I know this dude from this show, and it's kind of crazy. Like, they got one of the Klaus, I think Klaus's name on Umbrella Corporation. I don't know the actor's name, but the guy to play Klaus, he's in it in season 2, and we're just like, this show don't give a fuck about showing dicks and titties and pussy, and like, they don't give a fuck. They fucking show it, and it's because it's not an American show. And so, you know, you're sitting there watching it, and you're kind of getting a little culture shock, and you're kind of at one point on season 1, me and the wife were looking at each other and saying, they fuck everybody. Like, these motherfuckers fuck this person, fucks this person, fucks this person. Like, they're like, everybody's fucking everybody. I'm like, holy shit. But anyway, it's like, it's a crazy show. It's on Amazon Prime, and I was happy to see that they actually do have a season 3. Although right now on Prime you can only see seasons 1 and season 2. So I don't know when season 3 is ever going to hit Amazon. But depending on how season 2 ends, it might not even be that important. You know what I mean? It's just a crazy interesting show. So anyway, I went way too far on that, but I thought it was interesting. Now, bad news. So, just like New Mutants, we have more delays. So, Black Widow has been delayed a few times and was supposed to come out in November. They have now pushed her to May 7th, 2021. I'm like, come on, man. Release the fucking movie already. What the fuck? I'm sick of this shit. But it could also be a smart move because the director kind of is doing woke shit. And anytime somebody starts doing woke shit, Captain Marvel. It kind of kills movie, Captain Marvel. So maybe delaying it a little will let people's hummingbird attention span dissipate, and then people will again get excited about Black Widow. Ah, fuck, I want to watch Black Widow. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. You guys don't know how fucking pissed off I am with this stupid fucking Rona shit. It all comes down to the Rona. The Rona. The Rona, little evil ass, just keeps fucking up everything. The fucking Rona. I'm sick of it. Fucking sick of this some bitch. Can we just all come together and kill it? Hunt it? Kill it? Because I'm like, alright, rant time. Rant fucking time. And now I'll come back to the Black Widow shit. Rant fucking time. So, our government has just released statistics talking about mortality rates. And I'm just like, okay. I get it. They really want us to be slaves. I get it, but we were already fucking slaves to begin with. We were already fucking slaves to begin with. So they need the masks. They have to label us slaves with our masks and enforce obedience upon us and all of that shit. Do they really have to? I guess the answer is resounding yes. So we have the elections coming up. And I'm just like, holy fuck again. Just like when fucking Hillary and the Dawn were going toe to toe back then. I was like, are you fucking serious? I'm saying it again. Biden and the Dawn. I don't know if you guys saw that puppet guy. The guy that does like, I kill you. I kill you. He put out a fucking skit. Had me fucking howling. He tore both of them apart. He tore Trump apart and he tore Biden's ass apart. I laughed so fucking hard. It was brilliant. I was like, great. Finally, a comedian who just wants to fucking say it the way it is. And I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was great. Yes, Jeff Dunham. Thank you very much. I was fucking dying. I kill you. He was the moderator of the debate, and they were fucking debating shit. And every time Biden would say something wrong, he would get electrocuted. Like Jill had the shocker or something, and he's all. I was fucking dying. I was howling. It was so good. It was so good. It's getting to the point where it's really getting like blatantly obvious just how fucked in the game we are. Like, to say, oh, we are in a precarious position, or let me dumb it down. Let me dumb it down. We are not in a precarious. To say that we're standing on the edge of a cliff. No, we're not even standing on the edge of a cliff. We are hanging off the side of the cliff. Okay? Like a one-armed man. And we have a flaming case of jock itch. Well, let's compound that even further with said hand is not a hand, but it's a fucking barbed hook. I think that illustrates the current situation of America. Well, fuck it, not even America, of the fucking planet at this point. It's not even just an American thing anymore. Because, holy shit, fuck guys. That little green bastard right there, that little corona monster, which is really, spoiler alert, a nothing burger. And I don't care what anybody says. People can sit there and disagree with me and say, oh, it's killing people and blah, blah, blah. And I'm still going to say, it ain't killing enough people to warrant this bullshit. Because here's a fact. 90% of the revenue, roughly, I'm just going to generalize shit, 90% of the revenue that comes into America is from small businesses. Okay? Tax-wise. Not these mega corporations that have all these loopholes on paying their fucking taxes and everything else, but the mom and pops. The little fucking, I dare you, down the street, you know, serving swami fucking sandwiches and shit, okay? Those motherfuckers are the ones that are paying their fucking taxes like good little fucking slaves that represent a big, massive chunk of our fucking lifeblood. Okay? Recently, they said about 75% of small businesses are going to go belly up because of this shit. Now, doesn't mean that 75% of the small business owners are going to stop trying to figure out their hustles and might come up with new businesses embracing the new norm. Okay, that's fine. I get that. I understand that. But understand, 75% of the old businesses are gonna die. Let that sink in. Let's see. My analogy for American Dems and Republicans are on either side of a shooting range. The target is in the middle, and everyone has really shitty aim. Yeah, no, yeah, that's not bad either. That's not bad either. Dems and Republicans on either side of the shooting range. Target is in the middle, and everyone has really shitty aim. Yeah, yeah. Except for the shadow guys up on the top with really good snipers and good scopes, and anytime that one of the left or the right starts to make any sense, they pop that motherfucker and blah blah. Wonder if RBG's death certificate says her death was COVID. Yeah, right? Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. It's a bullshit. It's a complete bullshit, guys. This is the biggest bamboozle fucking theft in the history of the fucking planet. In the planet. So, riddle me this, Batman. The Rona is so dangerous that it warranted all these shutdowns, and they're going to do shutdowns again and again and again and again and again. But a face covering, which is not a medical mask, it's a face covering, is going to protect. And if we can go into a restaurant and we can sit down and we can eat, we order our fucking foods, we take said fucking face covering off, we eat our fucking foods and everything prepared by somebody in the back who may or may not had good fucking hygiene preparing our fucking food or whatever, who knows. And we're done eating, then we put our mask back on and we go back outside like fucking jackasses again, right? So this whole process of mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off, mask on is really protecting us? Is it really? No, it's not. It's not. It is not. It's not. It's not. And they have the audacity to get pissed off when motherfuckers will put a panty on their face or something as a form of protest. They have a face covering, but it's not appropriate. Whatever. I heard that 1.5 million people die a year from TB. Is that a pandemic? By definition, yes, that would be a pandemic. 3 suicides for every COVID death. I believe it. I believe it. And let's talk about the levels of mental health that are going through the roof. The level of stupidity that is growing exponentially. Can we say stupidity is a pandemic at this point? Because people are like dumb. Like the amount of dumbness is like, whoa. Whoa, scary shit. Scary shit. Now, getting back to the whole fucking Black Widow shit, they also pushed back Shang-Chi and Eternals. So now it looks like the only Marvel-related stuff we're going to get this year is going to be WandaVision, which comes out in December, which I am looking forward to. I am looking forward to WandaVision. I think that's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to set up Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, and we will just see what... Like, I'm, you know, at this point, I'm not even really... I don't really care about Cinematic Phase 4 at this point, because I'm kind of like, whatever. I'm really like, whatever. Like, I'm not even getting my hopes up with the way shit goes, like if something finally shows, hey, it's available, yay, then we'll go and see what's what. All right, Mulan. I thought Mulan was good. I haven't seen it, and I refuse to pay the money for it. Um, just just off of the thing that I already have Disney. Like, why should I pay for it? I'll just wait and see if at some point they say it's been out long enough. Now it's part of regular Disney stuff, and then maybe I'll watch it then. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's pretty good, Jay Waters. Jay Waters said they need to flatten the curve. What they didn't say was the curve of the economy. Yeah, no shit, right? It's fucking dumb. So on Netflix, there are some shows that are popping off for October. I just saw the list earlier, and I thought, yeah, I'll check out some of these. One that came out before was Metallica Through the Never. I didn't get a chance to go to the movie theater and watch that, so I'm actually kind of glad that it's going to be on Netflix because I am kind of interested in watching it. I'm a huge Metallica fan, so I think that will be a fun thing to check out. The other ones that look interesting, like I've never watched Fargo, so I'm going to finally watch that. I'm looking forward to it. My kids are big Nicolas Cage fans, so I figured, fuck it, I'll introduce them into Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage, we'll watch that. Was that Will the People has the kid that was in Deadpool 2, Fire Fist or whatever his fucking name was. It's the same director that did the Thor Ragnarok, which actually was a travesty. I thought the script was horrible. I thought the actual directing and cinematography was fine, but I kind of was upset that they really butchered the whole Planet Hulk archive piece, which was like, whatever. It's like fucking seriously, whatever. Let's see, Garen. All I'm seeing is my own posts. Oh, everybody's posting. I think it's your shit, Garen. Don't trip too much. Simicon Fargo season 1 was great. Each season is a different story, though. Okay, that's cool. Black Mirror is fantastic. You know, I saw a couple of episodes. I got stuck watching a couple episodes. One that was called what was it? It was the one where they had something in the soldiers' brains so that when they were dealing with combat, they saw their enemies as roaches. Not like roaches, like cockroaches, but like these monsters. And this one dude kind of got his brain scrambled and was like, holy shit. So it's fucking awesome. Like, I'm like, damn, I need to go back and watch all these motherfuckers. Yes, exactly. Simicon's right. Black Mirror's modern day Twilight Zone. You did see, though, that the guy that came out with Black Mirror was like, fuck it, he's not going to make any more or something because the world is already fucked up to the point where all the things that they were trying to warn with those episodes is already happening. So it's like, hold up. So Homeboy was making these shows as kind of like a societal PSA, like a warning, hey, this is where we're fucking going with technology and everything else. And he's kind of like, yeah, we're fucked. We're already there. So fuck it. Why even bother? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Black Mirror's on my watch list. Anyone see Dark? Oh, you know what? I've heard Dark was good as well, and my wife has kind of interested in watching it, so she had me put it on the watch list. Reason we haven't pulled the trigger on it is a foreign one that I believe has been dubbed. I don't hold me to it. I'm not sure if it's been fully dubbed or if it's got subtitles. If it's subtitles, I don't really mind too much, but it really limits my bingingness because after like 4 or 5 episodes of like fucking reading some shit on the TV, my eyes start to get all wonky wonk. So I'm like, I don't know. But I have heard really, 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 really good things, you know? Walter. No. Find Paula. Find the one that he just put out not too long ago, where they actually have a Trump doll and a Biden doll. It's fucking great. It's great. I haven't had a chance to watch any of the Cobra Kai, but I have had so many fucking people tell me. Um, Seasons 1 and 2 were fucking phenomenal. So I'm like, all right, sweep the leg. I'll watch that shit. I'll watch it at some point. But the problem is, I don't have a whole lot of time to watch shows the way I want to. So I have to wait for like the days when my wife are off, and then I just kind of say, hey, here's what we might get into. And then we pick a show and we binge it, and that might go for a week. And then after it's done, like there's one on Amazon about comic book conspiracy. Anybody who's read this comic book gets killed by the government because it's revealing secrets. I think it's another import movie. And I'm like, okay. I might have to check that one out. So there's a lot of good shit. Seems like lately most of the stuff we've been watching has been on Amazon Prime. So, take it for what it's worth. Let's see. So, also going back to the whole Rona bullshit, it does look like they are gearing things up for more restrictions and stuff. They've been warning us for a while. When winter comes and when flu season hits, that's going to make things even worse. It's going to be flu and the Rona, tag teaming, knocking shit out, boom, boom. And I'm kind of like, whatever. So, for me, no flu shot, as always. Also, for me, I don't give a fuck what they come up with. I'm not letting them stick me with shit. You guys do whatever the fuck you feel like you need to do. My wife, unfortunately, because she's in the healthcare, she has to do it, right? If she wants to keep her job, which we kind of need to survive. And I think that's how they're going to coax a lot of fuckers into doing shit. I think they're going to try to do some of these universal wages. I think they're going to basically cripple the vast majority of the people and then say, oh, look, here's money to keep you going. And then if you don't take the shot and you don't think, well, you can't give you the money. You have the choice, but we're not going to give you the money. So I think that's how they're going to force a lot of people to comply, which is really fucked up, but, it is what it is. This Rona stuff also has just really been causing a whole lot of mental health issues across the board. And, my wife, she was she wanted us to have a project around the house that we got done in the summertime. And then we both looked at each other last week. It was like, holy shit, we're done with summer. Summer's done. We're in the fall now. And she looked really kind of down, and she was like, wow, we didn't get any of the projects. We didn't take any family vacations, that we normally do, other than, we did like a quasi staycation. We did something here in Utah. But, she was kind of talking about like, going to California or going on a cruise or, some other bullshit. And so I said, well, we could always work on a garage. And so we did. And it allowed me to put together my leatherworking station, right? And it turned out really good. I was actually really happy, and we got everything organized, and I was able to find like 90% of shit that I thought was completely fucking lost. Inversion Layer is right. He has a post here where he says, you always have a choice. Is a job worth potential major complication? So the answer is no. A job is not worth that. But the problem lies where if you have a family, and we see now that a lot of these businesses are shutting down, and we're seeing a decline in even these big stores where now they're forcing everybody to self-checkout. So you're getting rid of cashiers, you're getting rid of a lot of different people. You're seeing a lot of stores closing earlier so they can reduce their staff that way. They can reduce their utilities. They can reduce their overhead, basically. So then what's going to end up happening is if you have a job, you're going to be one of the lucky ones. And the other folks that are like on a universal living wages or whatever the fuck they want to call that shit, that's what they're going to be living on, right? So on the one hand, you could say if you're a single person, you don't have anybody depending on you. You have no family at all depending on you, like kids. We have 3 kids. A dog. Well, 2 dogs. 3 kids, 2 dogs. Actually, 4 kids, really, if you want to talk about it. But that depend on us bringing money in. I'm fortunate in that the type of work that I do, very few things can be forced on me. Because, one, I don't have to travel, so they can't get me with the, well, if you don't take this shot, you can't travel type of shit. Also, the people that I fuck with, for the most part, have the same ideological viewpoints that I do, so they're not going to be like, oh, you have to do this, or we're not going to do business with you type bullshit. But my wife, she works in an emergency department at a hospital. So that always means, whatever, you got to do this. And we have money that has been invested in, college. We have student loans that are just ridiculous because she wanted to become a nurse. We do all this other stuff. So everything's a choice. You're absolutely correct. Everything is a choice. But that choice becomes infinitely harder when you have people depending on you, right? So I would think, and I can't force my wife to do anything. So if she says, I'm going to take this fucking shot because my job depends on it, and my part of participating as one of the 2 parents in this household and paying for the bills is me working, I, as her husband, have to respect that. I don't own her. So she'll make her decision. I'll cross my fingers, hit my knees, and pray and hope that nothing adverse happens to her. But she is taking a risk if that does happen, right? So, and I understand her reasoning for it. You know what I mean? Just like when Rona first popped off, I was like, maybe it's a bad idea for you to go because we didn't know it. Everybody was so scared, right? But she still chose to go in. She said, I swore an oath as a nurse to help and protect and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, fuck what you say, that you got a choice, just like how you said that to me, I said something very similar to her. And then she said, well, I'm choosing this. And I said, okay, as an adult, I respect that. I respect your decision to choose that. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. So yeah, you're right. You always do have a choice, but again, it's infinitely harder choice to make when you have a lot of people depending on you. Let's see here. Jay Watterson, take all your free money and use it to stock up on stuff you already use. Prices are not going... No kidding. My wife has been looking at me crazy every time we've been going grocery since February. I have been buying at least 2 of the 1 pound ground beef, and I've been watching the price steadily go up. So now I have like 37 of these 1 pound frozen burger meat, hamburger meat that I have just sitting out there, as well as a few other meat products that I want to make sure we have just in case. And a lot of canned goods and some other stuff. Because, before all this shit went down, I was already of a prepper mindset. You know what I'm saying? And so... I don't go out of my way and hoard shit But whenever I go to do my regular groceries, I'll buy 2 extra cans. I'll buy an extra of this. I'll buy one of those that I might not have bought, but I'm like, you know what? That's just good for bartering. I'm going to get it just because. All right? And I tell you one thing I have been buying mass quantities of whenever I can, whenever I find it, is this. Whenever I can find this, I buy them because it's my personal feeling that shit's gonna go raw. It's gonna get stupid. It's gonna get stupid. I don't care which way the election goes. It's gonna go stupid. It's gonna go so dumb. It's not even funny, right? I've been buying extra stuff since January. Never considered myself a prepper, but stocking up and as much as possible. Even put together a bug out bag. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's right, Yak. Better safe than sorry. Look, we've been saying this shit forever and a day. You better, like look at when we do our knife shit, right? 2 is 1 and 1 is none, right? It's all about redundancy. It's all about hardening your system to make sure you're giving yourself the best chance possible, right? Let's see. Someone says, to be honest, I've started actually reducing my meat intake. Nothing extreme, like meat only once a day versus every meal. My strength levels and overall feeling good has gone up. That's awesome, dude. It's weird. Like my eating also has been shit lately, and I'm not sure if that's just a sign of a persistent depressive mindset. Just kind of, I've been really moody and grumpy lately, and been really wanting a win. Like I invested time and effort into that streamtalking.com. I wasn't going to charge anybody money on it, really, unless they wanted to turn off ads. I was going to just hook into Google AdSense on that, and Google has, as of yesterday, denied that site. And so that was a punch right to the gut, and even stuff on mortgage payments. I did a what do you call that, a forbearance, but I didn't do like the full 4 months. I only did it for the 1 month because there was 1 month where things were really, really bad, and I just didn't have enough to pay the mortgage that month. And so, they were like, yeah, you do this, and then there's a lot of different options on paying it back. Well, I fucking contacted them yesterday, was talking to them and saying, hey, what are my options? And they gave me like a bunch of different options. 2 of the options, one was short sale your house or just give us your fucking house. I'm like, yeah, how about you eat a dick on both of those options? And then the other one was like, you pay half, and then we take the other half, and then we'll divide that by 6 months, and that will be added to your normal payment. And I'm like, okay, what about that one you guys kept touting, takes it and we'll put it at the end of the loan? And they're like, yeah, we can do that. It's like, cool. So we go through this whole rigmarole, and then she says, yeah, we'll let you know in 2 to 4 weeks. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? So, it just stresses me the fuck out. And so, there's been this really heavy negativity. And so it was kind of cool. What I was saying earlier was we finished this up, and this was actually really cool because as I was doing this, I was able to find a whole bunch of shit that I had been missing. Like, I didn't know I had a heat gun. I didn't know about my clamps there. I didn't know about a bunch of stuff. And so, being able to put something like this together and find another alternative thing that might be beneficial to us from a financial point of view, other little side hustle type things, really helped me to kind of get a win. You know what I mean? Because when you constantly are getting hit and you're getting, you're getting what you're perceiving as a loss after a loss after a loss after a loss, it just wears a motherfucker down, right? You just get really fucking exhausted. You're just like, why fucking bother, right? And then wonder why people go full bore negative, whatever. is because you got to find ways to chalk some wins up. And it might be something as simple as, I'm going to clean my bedroom, or I'm going to clean my office, or I'm going to grab a bunch of this clothes and do some fucking laundry, or fucking, I don't know, mow the fucking lawn, whatever. Whatever it takes for you to start chalking up wins, because if you keep getting nailed, it just makes things so much harder to do, you know? Let's see. Jaguars, powers that be saw how easily people accepted the lockdowns en masse and decided the time is now to go all in on their plans. Yeah, no shit. No shit. And it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous and insidious. The amount of evil that I see everywhere is like, wow. It's mind-boggling, you know? And I just kind of got to sit back and go, okay, well, I'm just going to savor every little win that I come across and be like, yay. So, for example, years and years and years ago, I don't even know when this game came out. I think this was back in 2000 and 2000. Oh, why even guess? I can look. There's probably a copyright on these fucking things here. What is that? 2006. Okay, so I was just telling you, we just finished organizing the garage and whatnot, and so one of the things that blew my mind was I came across these little cases. You can see the dust on them. You see all this dust, right? That just lets you know just the shit was just sitting around. And there's three of them, and you can see I've got like my old Street Warriors sticker on here. And then when I saw the cases, I started chuckling to myself. I'm like, oh my god, I remember that. So there was a game that I was completely enamored with. Like I said, this is a fucking great game. And it was called Dream Blade. Okay? And it was put out by, I want to say Wizards of the Coast. Let's see, who put this out? Do they have it on the bottom here? Let's see here. It's, yeah, Wizards, WotC, right? I think this was WotC that put this out. Does it say it on the inside here? Maybe on the back. Maybe on the back. Wizards.com, which I do believe was, yeah, Wizards of the Coast. And it looks like they also were kind of hooked in with Hasbro. Okay, so, in any event, this was a cool game because it had little miniatures. And on the bottom of the miniatures, they actually had the effects of the character, like how strong it was, what type of thing it was, and then it had the name, and it had like all kinds of cool stuff on it. And it was really interesting because it had a wide variety of really great figures. I mean, the artwork and everything on the sculpting was just amazing. Like this guy is called a Horned Marauder, and it is part of a group called the Blood Cut. And his ability was Beast Fury. It says your local Blood Cut allies can make death blows during any action phase. And it had like, some other stuff like the cost and the usage and all the other stuff. And it was neat because, this was a game that I played with my wife, and they had like these full tournaments, and there was cash awards and whatnot. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to play this game, and I'm gonna be really, really fucking good at this, and I'm gonna go on a tournament level, and I'm just gonna make some motherfucking money, right? And here I am playing against the wife, and she's beating me damn near every game, and I'm like, I suck really fucking bad at this. And so we kept trying and practicing. She just kept whooping my ass. And I said, well, maybe I'll just send you out to compete, and then you could bring home the money. She said, no, I don't want to play against other people. I don't mind playing against you and beating you. I don't want to play against other people. I'm like, so it was short-lived. So we had it, and my friend Steve, he was part of like the WotC crew, so he kept feeding me these. He would send me the little booster packs, and I'd open them up. And so we made like really good decks, right, or play groups or whatever. And it was funny because we kept we played it pretty strong for about 3 or 4 months, and then I just said, fuck, I really suck at this game, so I packed everything up and just completely forgot about it. And here we are, what, fucking 14 years later, and I found it and I dusted it off, and it's just one of those things that, again, is neat. You know, like, you go and you do something, like, you have like an area of the house where you just pile shit up and you don't even think about it, and it's been sitting there for decades, and you're like, fuck, let me go clean that up. And you clean it up and you find all kinds of cool shit that you didn't even know you still had. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking great. So I'm gonna introduce it to my kids, because I found like another box of just like the loose ones that we never turned into little kits, you know. And so I'll introduce it to the kids, and that'll be something that we'll tuck it to the side in the event of some kind of catastrophe or an emergency or something. You know, like, I have a bunch of board games in case there's no power, no internet, no nothing. So the kids go, oh, I'm bored, what do you do? Hey, read a fucking book, play a fucking game. We can always play Dungeons and Dragons because we have pen, paper, and dice. We can make up games, whatever. You know, we have food tucked away. We have canned food, dry food. If the, you know, power keeps going, we got stuff in the freezers. You know, it's all about building and hardening your environment. So if you have to do a bug-in situation, which for me is most ideal, because if we bug out, we're in Utah. So we have really harsh summers and really harsh winters, relatively speaking. So neither one of those situations I want to contend with, right? We don't have a camper. We don't have things like that. I mean, we've got all our tents. We've got, you know, sleeping bags, all of that stuff. But, you know, if we're bugging out, then we're in the one state where half of the state is also going to bug out, which creates situations of their own, right? Everybody thinks we're going to bug out and go hunt. Yeah, okay. Not a good situation. So we're planning on bugging in. And that being said, I've got solar solutions. I've got this, I got that, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, it's kind of cool. You know, it's like, that's why we prep. That's why we do what we do. So when shit like this bullshit comes along, we're already like, yeah, okay, whatever. We're ready for it. We're prepared mentally. So anyway, for anybody that's kind of been sitting on the fence, not thinking about prepping or anything else, what are you waiting for? If you've got the means, you have some money, start hardening your shit up, because it ain't going to get better. Not anytime soon. Holy shit. I found my old comic stash last week during a clean out. Wow, and Vampirella also found a few martial art books from back in the day. The Tao of Jeet Kune Do is a gem. Nice. Hell yeah. We were just earlier joking about a movie that involves Bruce Lee and zombies. So, Simagon, Apocalypse, Currency, Alcohol. Yeah, I think I'm a fucking apocalypse millionaire. not like these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? These dudes, holy shit. You want to talk about apocalypse fucking millionaires, these motherfuckers. Holy shit. You know, I'm like, yes, please. But I definitely have my fair share of really, really good libations to usher in the apocalypse, if it ever comes around legit. I think this stuff right now is like the proverbial frog in the pot. Like, they just turning it up a little at a time. I'm like, whatever, fuck off. But yeah, you know, stock up on ammo, stock up on gear. I mean, shit, you see gun sales are through the roof. I'm like, damn, I've never seen so many guns sold in a fucking year ever. Yeah, but the problem with cigarettes is they go bad after a while. You know what I mean? Booze is great. Honey is great. Cooking oil is great. Diapers is great. What are some of the other things that are really... Water is great. Water is probably your key prep above all else. Water, 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 water. And stuff for water treatment. Obviously then after, you know, your salt, sugar, there's a ton of stuff that just is, you'd be surprised at how valuable they are, you know. 10 years ago, conspiracy theorists were trying to warn everybody we were called crazy. A whole lot of those conspiracies have since come true or been proven true. Yes. Yes, indeed. Like, a lot of them. And it's funny, I don't know how many times I have had people tell me, dude, I'm sorry. Thought you were fucking crazy. Turns out you were fucking right. I'm like, well, I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be right. Try to go back and watch those videos. They are gone. Before Snowden revealed the spying on every citizen, the government said it couldn't happen. Yep. Governments never can contradicted Snowden or denied his information. Instead, they labeled him a traitor. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dude, we knew about shit like carnivore, Satan, etc. Satan as in system admin. Oh, what does the fucking acronym stand for? System admin something. Something network. Some technical action network. I can't remember, but Satan. Way back in the day, and also PGP. Pretty good privacy. They outlawed that shit, so you couldn't have true encryption. So we haven't had encryption really since PGP and PGP keys and stuff like that. So all of this secured web traffic that everybody thinks is encrypting all your data, it's not. It's all feel-good measures. They're all bullshit. They have backdoors to fucking everything. They see everything. They hear everything. They know everything. And people voluntarily give up enough for artificial intelligence to create very comprehensive backgrounds on almost all of us. Know what we like, know our kinky shit, all of our shopping stuff, you name it. They can go off the shopping list and then, there it is, System Administrator tool for analyzing networks. Thank you. A lot of male preppers fail on feminine hygiene products. If you do not have females in your family, you will always encounter females during barter sessions. That's right. I have a bunch of tampons. I have a bunch of pads. I have a bunch. Yep, carnivore. Yep. Let's see what else. Midol, Pamprin, you name it. All of that shit is super important. Just like I said, like diapers. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You know, when we were first doing the diaper things, my mom was like, oh, you don't need to buy diapers. You could just buy some of the white cloth diapers, and then after they're soiled, you can wash them and everything else. And, you know, while society is stable and fine, or if you live next to a hugely running river, rapids or some shit where your water is, you know, until somebody's further upriver washing their dirty ass diapers and you're getting water. But yeah, you know, you want to really spend your time cleaning out shitty diapers. I mean, cloth diapers, or you're going to be like, yeah, I'll give you a couple of bullets for some of those Snuggies. Oh, fuck. It's funny. It's fucking funny. But yeah, creature comforts, things that people want. Candy. Candy doesn't last very long, but some hard candy works pretty well. Again, honey. Honey is fucking outstanding. Honey is amazing because even if the shit crystallizes, you can still reconstitute it relatively easy. Spices is another thing that people often overlook. Like, we have big tubs of like garlic salt, pepper, salt, different types of salt, Himalayan salts, black salts, all these different types of salts, just because you never know if you suddenly end up, fuck, the way 2020 is going, fuck, you might end up with some, paranormal shit you have to deal with, and then having lots of different types of salt and, good quantities of it might turn out to be useful. So yeah, it's funny. I see some people, they're trying to diversify right now, and they're getting all this silver and all this gold, but again, they're getting them in these big. When I'm saying big, I'm relatively speaking. So I mean, we're talking something like this. So they're getting big bars of like silver and stuff like this, and I'm like, that's a bit much. You want small, or something you can break into little pieces and stuff. Yep, Bic lighters, spices, coffee. Yep. Fire making tools. People look at me all the time like, why do I have all these little glowy things all the time? Because the funny thing is, I can go outside in the sun and then come in, and this is going to glow for a bit. It's going to give me a little bit of light. I like stuff like this also, because it's USB chargeable, and I've got a bunch of solar panels, and I've got a bunch of these little solar kit pieces that have USB, so I can keep charging this, so I'm not sitting in the dark going, I can't see anything. So, you're always kind of thinking, what if? You got people that live kind of more remote, like some of the folks that are in Canada, off in the wilds a little bit, they're already kind of used to being self-sufficient. They're good. You got a bunch of city motherfuckers, though, that, their shit's like right down the street, and they're going to have a harder time when shit goes sideways. You know what I mean? And I think if this Rona showed us anything, is your average motherfucker is ill-equipped to handle these types of situations. I mean, we saw that with the whole fiasco with toilet paper, paper towels. They were sitting there stockpiling retarded stuff, but yet and still, like all the other things that I was sitting there going, hey, look, you got more of these little lights. Oh, look, they got more of this, Silver has dipped a lot this week, so good time to buy. Great for diversification, but not above other more essential items, food and water. Yeah, look, you always have to operate with the two, almost like a bipolar mindset, right? Like, you want to keep proceeding like society is going to be sort of normal, right? So understanding that things like the stock market always go up and always go down. If you fucking have all your eggs sitting in a stock market and it goes belly up, well, you're fucked, right? But if you have some money in crypto, some money in stocks, some money in precious commodities, some money inside of lead commodities, and then, of course, you should always have a good chunk of it for actual survival commodities. Then, regardless of what path it branches, you're still sitting kind of pretty, right? Here's a question. What are you doing when shit hits the fan? Staying put at first, bugging out immediately, or initiating the purge? So I am staying put first, kind of shutting my mouth, observing, watching, seeing what happens. If it becomes like when Russia fell and they had little micro communities, I'm going to watch the little communities around me and then see who tries to jump up as leader and everything else, figure out who the key players are, and then if the situation is somewhat stable, ride it out. If it becomes really volatile, then I'll leave. If it becomes really stupid and then I have to act, then that's when option 3 on your list gets initiated. Don't laugh, but TP has a lot of uses besides wiping your butt. Oh, I know. I knew that, but I'm just saying. As far as surviving some kind of pending apocalypse by people buying fucking 25 cases of toilet paper. It's like, come on, man, what the fuck? Especially when some of these motherfuckers are like, haha, I'm gonna buy this shit and turn around and flip it. Whoops, no you're not. Stay put, get ready to move quickly if when needed. Yeah, I think, you know, you always have to be somewhat liquid. You always have to have contingency plans. We have a couple of different plans in place. We've already mapped out distances on what vehicle can get to where, blah, blah, blah. But really, you know, the game plan, unless it gets like scary stupid, is to stay put. If it becomes scary stupid, like super volcano, alien virus, whatever, then it's really it's a moot point anyway, really. It becomes irrelevant. Like if they say, yeah, we have a fucking, what was that? Greenland. That's a movie coming out. Greenland's coming out where all these asteroids or comet debris start slamming into the earth, and it's a fucking, end of the world situation. I'm kind of like, well, alcohol looks real good right about now. Stay put, hopefully have some, yeah, I got some night stuff. I got night vision stuff. Move out in the dead of night, over to somewhere safe. That's the rough part, right? If they cripple communication, then it's a crapshoot. You're not sure what's safe, what's not safe, right? Right. Scary, stupid, all bets off, right? Yeah, it gets scary, stupid. Then you just gotta be right with your own beliefs and say, fuck it, it is what it is. Like me, I'm not afraid of death, per se. I don't want to hurt more than I already do all the time. I don't want to be sitting around in agonizing pain. I don't want to be tortured to death, things like that. But as far as death, like, I'm not afraid of the unknown. I'm not afraid of what comes next or anything else. Like, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm game. I think the only thing as a father I would like is to be able to see my kids grow and be able to, watch them experience certain milestones and things like that. But as far as the whole concept of death, I'm not afraid of it. But I think most people when they look at death, there's just a few things that they're afraid of. They're afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of hurting. And also regrets, like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever. But other than that, if it's one of those scary situations, well, fuck. At least it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to see what happens. Everything is situational. That's why having a plan ready to go, including contingencies, before the crisis is no shit, right? We could say being reactive and everything else, but we've already kind of played out scenarios in our head. We've already come up with action plans. We've already discussed it. We've already said, if A happens and you're not here, rally point is here, type things, where we've talked about that. But the sad thing is, a lot of times when a situation happens, regardless of the planning, if you're not actively drilling and getting muscle memory and down to, okay, we know this, it gets kind of hard. It gets kind of hard, right? But it's better, at least for us, this kind of prepper mentality, to go through the what ifs and stuff. So when something does happen, after that initial shock of fuck is happening, we're doing stuff while everybody else is still going, so, I'm sorry, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm not going to get my mocha latte? Am I not going to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, we will be miles ahead of those folks that will be disbelieved, say, well, the government's going to save us, blah, blah, blah. While all of us are like, ain't nobody coming to save us. We are on our own and we need to do this, this, and this, right? So, anyway, if I ever become a millionaire, I'm buying a Jackalope cruise and we can all bug out right off the fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I'm in the same mindset. I've said this for years. Like, I get my money right which is probably why they'll never let me get my money right. But if I get my money right, basically I'll have a fucking small army of motherfuckers that are always like family. Like everybody is looking out for everybody, and it's done. You know. Yeah, right. I don't know whether to laugh or cry at that impression, Rob. I've met people who are actually like that. I know, right? That's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. And no amount of us trying to be reasonable. See, the problem with this type of mindset, this discussion, period, is we're open-minded and we're hopelessly optimistic, right? We're hopelessly optimistic that regardless of the situation, we can survive it, right? So that shows that we are optimistic. People will say we're pessimistic because we're looking at doom and gloom, but no, we're looking at doom and gloom saying, how can we survive this? Well, no, the problem is we have a certain mindset where those types of what ifs come to us. We're like, okay, whatever. Other people, though, that's scary for them. They don't even want to acknowledge the fact that that type of shit can happen, okay? And so when you try to tell them common sense things, it shorts out their brain. Their brain goes, does not compute, does not compute. Like, they're like, no, they don't want. Actually, it's not even a want. They are mentally incapable. It is impossible to change a person whose worldview is so ingrained into their core being to have that kind of conversation with them. That's why we see friendships disintegrating over political leanings. It's like, we're best friends. We grew up together. Why does it matter? You like Hillary Clinton and I like, Ronald Reagan. Like, who gives a fuck the pony you like? It should be irrelevant. But because people's worldviews are so, they fall into that trap and they cannot break out of it. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because you want to help people, but there are a lot of people that are just about as bad as a heavily doped out drug addict, right? You can't help them until they want to help themselves. And that's the hard part, because those are the zombies. Those are the zombies that are around us, because they're going to hold on to the things that they feel are important to them. But in the grand scheme of things, they're really irrelevant. It's like, you're not going to take it with you when you die. It doesn't matter. What really matters in life is love and experiences. Those are the things that are of paramount importance to us. The human condition dictates that we have interactions with each other and that we try to acknowledge and love and care for and blah, blah, blah. Those are the real powerful things. But the powers that be want to enslave us and whip us with fear tactics and all this other stuff and just turn us into subservient sheep. And a lot of people latch on to that sheep role, and that's it. That's their identity. That's their mind, and you cannot break them out of that. Whereas folks like us, most of the people that are here, I tell you, hey, my next door neighbor is a fucking alien, and I show you a video and you see it, like, your brain goes, that makes sense. Like, you don't short circuit. You might go, wow, that's fucked up. Or you might say, wow, that's weird. Or you might say, man, maybe that's a fake video. But you also are entertaining the fact that it could be real, right? Where the sheeple mentality is, I saw that movie. Yeah, you're trying to trick me. That's a YouTube video, right? Whatever, that's fake. You know what I mean? Because it's coming from a non-vetted, non-trusted source, or a ridiculed source, or something that's labeled as a conspiracy nut. And since it's coming from that non-trusted, non-viable source, they're not going to listen at all. Cognitive dissonance is real. That's right. President Trump speaks tonight for hour in rain. Biden is in his robe watching QVC in his basement. Yeah, but again, you're going to have people, regardless of that statement, right? Regardless of that statement, they're going to defend the pony that they like because that's how their brain works. And it's scary. It really is scary because you could sit there and list out reasons for or against Trump as an example, and it won't matter. You can list out reasons for or opposing on Biden, and it won't matter. It is such a clear division of the mindset of the sheeple. The sheeple are clearly divided. The rest of us kind of sit in the middle going like this. I think that one's the lesser of the two evils. Maybe I'll go with that one, but that's really not that great either. But better than that one, right? And so we're sitting there looking at things, pragmatically like, fuck, they both sucked. What? One's going to put me in a fucking, concentration camp and take my guns away. And one's going to, eventually get me signed up with the, Jewish Liberation Army or whatever. It doesn't matter. There's pros and cons on both sides. But to the people that are fully vetted on one or the other, you cannot say anything remotely controversial about their pony to change their mind. It's not going to happen. Period. End of discussion. It doesn't matter. And the funny thing is, people that are opposing of Trump, as an example, let's just take one of the ones I hear all the time about the grab the pussy thing, right? It was like, oh, I mean, look what he says. And it's funny because I laugh at it. I go, I have said far worse things probably most of my adult life. Grab a girl by... We had a comment talking about six-packing chicks. And it was locker talk. We talk about, oh yeah, six-pack that bitch, blah, blah, blah. Now, I would never say that around my mother. I would never say that around my wife. Well, I might say it around her as a joke just so she understood the context. But, I would tell it to my kids just so they understand. But it doesn't mean that I want to belittle women and turn them into a six-pack of beer and stick my finger in their snatch and carry them around like a fucking six-pack. It's just funny clown talk, right? It's us bullshitting. It's dudes talking shit. And they keep bringing it up over and over and over. I'm like, okay, even for me, that's a nothing burger. And people that support Trump, even if this turned out like he literally was walking up and running around like a fucking cookie snatcher monster, like grabbing bitches by the pussy, like he's running around like grabbing a press secretary, hey, grabbing her by the fucking pussy, like on national TV in HD. You would have a ton of Trump supporters that would still be like, whatever. If the bitch is mad about it, she'll take him to court, But whatever. Wife said I smelled like steak today. Almost cut her head off. That she was turning into a zombie, man. It's 2020. We don't eat steak today. Oh, we didn't eat steak today. You're like, hey now. Don't come up to me saying, you look like a hamburger. Then when you have a differing opinion, even when providing criticism in a constructive, respectful manner, you get branded as something that could be considered unequivocally evil. Yeah, Nazi, whatever. You just kind of like... And it's funny because I call that dealing with mental midgets. Like, you're trying to just have a regular... thanks, Truck of Peace. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. What's that V on your right hand? Looks like... so what this is alpha and omega, right? Or if I turn it this way, it's a U and a V for ultimate victory. But if I turn it this way, it's supposed to be for alpha and omega. It's supposed to be the right hand of God. I know, narcissistic, but I always try to think the things that I do is to help. And then this hand, that's a 0. I got that as a sign to remind myself I'd never go back to being a corporate slave. And that's also for like 0 fucks given was the original intent. But now I also have changed this to no limits to what we can accomplish. And it took even further meaning when me and my family started our own business, and now we have that zero as our logo, meaning that we're not gonna accept anything but success. So that's what those are. And then this on the arm here, this is a dragon that I got from my daughter Angel, because she was born year of the dragon. This one right here I got, it's a fish I got from my daughter Miley, and it wasn't because of her birth year, because she was born year of the horse, and I wasn't going to put a fucking horse on my arm. But when she was a kid, she would get stuck on stupid. Every time she saw fishes, she'd go. So we got that one. Then I got this Latin right here. Let's see if I can get it here. This is At Vincere Mori. It's a victory or death. So I say I got to give that 110% on everything I do, and not ever give up. And then this one right here is Naked Malice, and it's like don't give in to misfortune. I also call this don't sweat the small stuff, and everything is the small stuff. So I have these here as reminders. Whenever I get stressed out, I look down and go, victory or death, and don't sweat the small stuff, and don't give in to misfortune. So, so there you go. Let's see. It's called L'Appel du Vide, Call of the Void, where we as humans think of bad things not because we are bad people, but because we know it's bad, or simply identifying it as bad in our minds. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. So, anyway, I went way beyond the hour on this one. I got chatty Cathy with you guys and just said fuck it and just started chatting like crazy. But yeah, no, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. I really do. And, you know, I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I'm nervous and I'm scared about where things are at. And I look at this stuff where people are like attacking the police, and people are taking their ideological feelings and really just not looking at the facts. They'll look at something and it will look like a certain thing, and then the press comes in with their narrative, and then people will run with that narrative, even when the facts come out later completely contradict the entire narrative. People still hold on to that original narrative because it fits their worldview. It fits things that they have become completely indoctrinated into. You know, I've said for a long time that America is a racist country, but it's not necessarily racist because people are inherently evil. We live in a country that, we live in a world, frankly, that encourages this racism because it keeps people divided. It keeps people, it becomes a very easy tool to use to keep us separated. And they have so many tools that they like to engage against us, whether it be ideological views, whether it be religion, whether it be sexual preferences, whether it be favorite fucking beverages, you know, sports teams, etc., etc., etc. At least, you know, in the sports team point of view, it's a friendly, it's a friendly type of conflict, right? But, you know, I think when people really start to embrace the fact that we're all different, every one of us are different, but we also have a lot of things that we have in common. And when we can embrace our differences and also, brother, you guys don't have to do this. You really don't. I appreciate the fuck out of it. But when we embrace each other's differences and we show love and we come together as a family, because really, we all are brothers and sisters. And it really bothers me when people get played. And there is a lot of manipulation. And fear, I get it. Fear is one of the best manipulation tools on the planet. But the problem is, it runs out. Fear runs out. Anger runs out. Love never does. Love never does. I just explained this to my fucking kids the other day. We were sitting there talking. I said, you know what? When I met your mother, I fell in love with her. And I thought to myself, wow, I love this person so much, I will die for this person. And then when I found out she was pregnant, I was afraid because I was like, oh my God, like, am I going to be able to love this kid as much as I love my wife? Or is it going to diminish the amount of love I have for my wife? And, you know, because it's a finite resource. And then when my daughter was born, it's like my heart doubled. It's like the Grinch, right? It's at that moment his heart tripled in size. It's the same thing. And then when my next kid came, again, I was scared. Like, oh my God, I have another kid coming. Is it going to be the same? And it kept growing. It kept growing. Love grows. Love grows. Fear, anger, all of that negativity diminishes. It fucks with our, let's just say we have an internal light. Like, when we have love and we care about each other and we really help each other, you get a great feeling inside when you help somebody. And that's why when those people shit on you, it hurts so bad, because here you gave something, you know, you tried to help somebody, and then you get shit on and it just hurts, right? You know, so, you know, hopefully at some point in humanity, we'll be able to get rid of these evil cocksuckers. And then people will be allowed to be a family again. You know, be a village where everybody is contributing and helping out. You know, weeding out the evil fuckers when they present themselves really quickly. Just take them out. And then the people that are all helping and loving and caring and everything else, you know, are not fucking with other people. Like, you know, you don't have to contribute to society. I don't think everybody has to contribute to society. But when you make it your goal to fuck up society, I think those people should be outcast or dealt with. You know, I live off that mantra, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And if you want to just be by yourself and be the hermit and just live your own life, I have no problem with that. I respect the shit out of that, you know. But there are a lot of people that just are assholes. They don't care about other people. They only give a shit about themselves. And they go out of their way to fuck other people over. And we see those fuckers that come on and they're the one that throw the down thumbs on the videos and talk the shit and everything. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up and go away. Go away. Just fucking go away. You're not impressing anybody. Let's see. Racism is a global issue. South Africa, Middle East, Far East. Some people don't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, no shit, man. It's, you know, the indoctrinated racism is again, it's all worldview. It's all worldview. It's crazy. USA United is what they fear. You know what? Fuck. If we got rid of the United States of America, and then we just go back to being the United States, right? Or America. Just go back to being America. Before the whole USA corporation was created. And people just stopped fucking with each other and actually all started contributing with the way that we have that potential in us and the structure that exists where anybody could succeed and grow by leaps and bounds. And if people stop doing the crab mentality of fucking pulling other motherfuckers down because they can't rise, and we're allowed to have a true capitalistic environment with no government intervention or anything else, just grow your shit and just go, man, that would be fucking awesome. That'd be great. That would be awesome. You know, where anybody and everybody in America like could just innovate, because that's our only export really right now is intellectual property. So if they just, you know, they stopped fucking around and said, you know what, education is free. If you are, applying yourself and you show the grades and you show this, that, and everything else, and you are going to help our country by creating intellectual property, boom, boom. Let's see, what's the closest sidearm you have within reach? If you're a gun guy, just found you. I have LWRC hanging on the wall right here. I have a DPMS AR right here. I've got a Mosin right over there. Right behind me, right here, if I lean back, right there on a magnet is a Glock 27. That's all the firearms that I have within reach. Literally within reach. I could lean there, grab that, lean there, grab that. I'd have to stand up and get that. I can lean back and grab the Glock. I usually work at that table. That's why the Glock is sitting right there. And then in my bedroom, I've got a KSG right next to the bed. And I've got a Walther PPX 9mm sitting right at the window thing as well. So that's the firearms that I usually keep right near me, because no knock shit's real, and if they're gonna get me, I'm gonna make them pay. Somebody is gonna have to somebody's gonna have to come and get me, and if they do come and get me, they best be ready, because I'm not going down like, oh gosh, somebody's kicking my door in. What should I do? Where's my phone? Let me call 911. No. Somebody dumb enough to kick my fucking door in, they best be ready for a fight. That's all I gotta say about that. No SK. No, I wish. Oh, shit. Yeah, and then I got fucking a bajillion knives around, and yeah, this is definitely a pro-gun channel. I'm pro-Second Amendment. I don't believe anybody can take away our rights to defend ourselves. That's our inherent right as a human fucking being, to protect our family. And I don't necessarily trust the police to do the right thing. So, and there's nothing in the law books that says a cop's gotta risk his life to come and save my ass. So, if I'm gonna protect my family, it's on me. That's why I got big ass dog and a little dog. Little dog is yappity as fuck, loud as shit, and the big dog is really fucking loud, and she's a good fucking bullet shield, because she will go and give me those vital seconds I need to get whatever I need. What's up, Sonny? Do I still have contact with Chris Tanner? Yeah, I do. I talked to him. I think the last I talked to him was probably about 5 or 6 months ago. But yeah, I could talk to that dude anytime. I got his phone number and whatnot. I just haven't had anything really to bug him about. But yeah, I have contact with him and Will Myers and John Heffron and quite a few other tubers that I've kind of done shit with in the past. But yeah, I do. Why? What's up with that? You have a question about it or something? I don't think he's doing. I don't think he's doing a whole lot. I saw a couple of knife videos he did. Yeah. Drop for Survival has been off the radar. I don't know what's up with that dude. I was just noticing that the other day, because I was like, dude, what's up with Chris? That dude hasn't done shit in a while. I think the last I saw of him, they had some car issues, and I had been bugging him to get me back my clacks, because I had loaned him my clacks, and he was going to do a review on it. I haven't seen none of that, but I got my clacks back, and he sent me a bunch of little toiletries and some other camping shit and some other stuff as a way of saying thank you for loaning him the clacks for a while. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that dude. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what happened with him. And his wife was another one, Outdoor Mama. Haven't seen anything from her either. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. I hope they're okay. But you know, it's one of those things, man. That's one of the things that's kind of scary too. Is you know, we have these relationships, and if I suddenly just bloop, just fell off, you know, say it's something as benign as I didn't pay my internet, so I got no internet connectivity, or I slipped and fell and I went into a coma. You know, I would hope my wife would go up and post something, but you never know. You know what I mean? That's the thing that's always crazy. It's always crazy. You never know what's going on. Like there's one of the viewers, a guy named Julian. I have to depend on him every so often to send out an email or a Facebook post to let me know he's still alive and kicking. You know what I mean? Same thing like Stevie G. When Stevie G hops on, he's like, "Hey, I'm here." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I know he's still kicking." You know, there's a few of you guys I always worry about, and I don't see anything, and I'm like, "Fuck, please, Heavenly Father, make that motherfucker okay." You know, and you never know. But yeah, Drop Forge. I don't know. Hey, Chris, people, if you were watching this, dude, for some reason you actually sat through an hour and fucking 30 minutes of our little, you know, intimate conversations and whatnot, and you haven't come across this part, dude, motherfuckers was wondering what's up with you. I'll reach out too. I'll ping him on Facebook and see what's what, but I don't know. That is kind of weird though. I did see Will Myers from Mantis. He was gone for a little bit. He popped back onto the radar, and there was people that actually said he was dead. I was like, dude, he's not dead. He just stepped away from shit because he had personal things he was dealing with. But motherfuckers is quick to say, "Oh yeah, he died." It's like, no, he didn't fucking die. Okay, he's not dead. But as far as Drop Forge, I don't know what's up with that dude. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, all right, guys, we're an hour and 43 minutes in. I think I've taken enough of your valuable time. You guys probably have some other more pressing things to do on a Saturday. I fucking always appreciate you motherfuckers coming, hanging out. This actually, if you could believe this or you don't have to, these little chat sessions that I have with you guys really keeps me grounded and really keeps me fucking sane, because the world is so depressingly fucked that my soul craves this human interaction. And I don't have a bunch of friends that I go hang out with or anything else, so you guys are kind of like venting, and you guys are also like my support group. You know what I mean? It's like, "Hi, my name is Rob Ricks and I hate humanity." You know, it's like, this is like group, and I get to talk, and I talk a lot, and you guys sit through it and ride with me, and you know, I am always humbled, and you guys drop fucking money, and that really fucking blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys, so thank you very much. We will be doing a real-time story time tomorrow. For you guys that don't know what that is, go, let's see, keep in touch with Mark Bailey. Holy shit, now that is a name from the past. Wow, no, I haven't talked to Mark. Oh my fuck, dude. And Erica, holy shit, dude, since high school. Since high school, man. I tried to find him one time when Facebook started to be a thing, and I couldn't find him, dude. I don't know whatever happened to Mark or Bailey. I mean, Erica. I don't know. Yeah, that's funny, dude. You just totally. I was just thinking about him earlier because we had some friends. We were talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and he used to be my dungeon master. So that's fucking funny, dude. So anyway, real time story times tomorrow. It's on youtube.com/Robert R. Ricks. It's a live show. It happens tomorrow, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You guys submit keywords or phrases to me, and then I have a couple minutes to figure out a fucking story, and then I perform a live fucking story for you guys. So we use streamtalking.com. You go to streamtalking.com, create a viewer account. You'll go see Robert Ricks. You'll see the Angry Jackalope stuff, and you'll see the real-time story time. You just go in there, put your keyword, done deal. Tomorrow, I spark the show up. I go in, and I see the questions and stuff. I see those keywords and phrases, and I go, fuck me, are you guys serious? Because you guys never disappoint. And then I take 10 to 12 of those sumbitches and rock and roll. So tomorrow should be fun. So if you guys haven't checked that show out, like I said, youtube.com/Robert R. Ricks, R-I-C-K-S. You can have 2 R's right there in the middle. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. You can see some previous examples on realtimestorytime.com. All right, guys, that's going to be it for now. If you like it, please subscribe, tell your friends far and wide. Until next time, motherfuckers, please be good to yourself, good to each other. Go out, live life to the fullest, ride the bus to the wheels fall off, have some adventures, get some scars and all that jazz. And I'll see you motherfuckers next time.